Welcome to our webisode today, and every year Hunkydory outdoes themselves. They start the season with 4 different collections showing 4 different ways you can look at Christmas, and they've done that this year and we've got them in stock, and Heidi has been playing with every single one of them, so we invite you to come play with us. Okay, let me show you what each of these is. So there is Christmas Sparkle, and you can see there on the front some of them. There's also a package of inserts. These are the inserts that have kind of ghosted back images that coordinate with the collection. Christmas Sparkle. Then there's also Winter Wishes. Well, yes, there are inserts for Winter Wishes. So this has more of an outdoorsy look to it. Santa and Friends is just charming, and yes, there are inserts to go with it. Festive Memories is kind of has a bit of a look of it that's more perhaps religious, but there's also Santa Claus in there and inserts to match. In addition, there is this giant pack of 50 adorable scoreable sheets. There are 2 of each colors. You can see the collection of colors right there. I mentioned a magazine. There's the magazine, and all of this is dedicated to showing you ways that you can use. Oh, there's some papers in there too. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Some ways that you can use the collections, the various 4 collections. Instructions are inside. So let's see what Heidi has done. Now, starting with the first one, and this is going to be the Winter Wishes. And here is her card. And boy, this is a really kind of spectacular card. It stands up, it accordion folds out like this. Very fun. Now, as you know, if you are familiar with Hunkydory, in their collections that I just showed you, there are going to be die-cut sheets that are foiled. There are going to be then foiled cardstock. They call it Adorable Scoreable. Then there's going to be a printed one that matches. These Adorable Scoreable is what the inserts are. They're a ghosted back image of every single one of these. So let me show you what Heidi has done to make this. Now, her card base is this piece, and she has simply, let me show you. So I'm going to show you on this one. So she used this one with the foiling, and she used that because she wanted to take advantage of the foiling on the edges. Doesn't that do a nice job? So I'll work with this plain one, and we're going to cut it to be 11 3/8 by 7 1/4. By the way, all of the measurements are in the gallery down below, and you can see all of those and not have to try to memorize this, or you can start and stop me if you want to. So we're going to cut it to 11 3/8 by 7 1/4. Then we're going to go from the left-hand side, measure in 3 3/4 and do a score line, then 7 1/2 and do a score line. Starting from the right, we're going to go in 1 inch, score, 2 inches, score, 3 inches, score, 4 inches, score. That's going to make all those stair steps. Now, when we get ready to do this, we're going to take this first one and make this into a mountain fold. That's going to be the biggest part of our card. Then we're going to accordion fold the others just like this. Now, one thing about Adorable Scoreable is that it is very heavyweight. So you'll find that using a scoring tool, maybe even the Adorable Scoreboard, you may have seen that, that will help you make those score lines easily. Do use a bone folder to really push them down so that they will stay nice and flat. Now, this becomes the base. Now, you'll notice that the card has a much larger piece right here. Well, you can do that. As you can see, this still is so sturdy to hold everything in place. But one thing that happens, and I'm not sure if it'll happen here because I want it to, this could flatten out, especially over time. So Heidi has made a little piece to go in the center. Can you see that? It kind of looks like an M, because each little piece is glued down here. And let me show you how that is made. Just with a piece of cardstock, you're going to get a 3 inch by 2 inch. I think we're going to get in closer, Steve, if you can, so we can see this. And so it measures 3 inches by 2 inches. Then we're going to do some scoring. Starting from the left, we're going to go 3/4 of an inch, score, 1.5 inches and score, and then 2.25 inches and score. Then we're going to fold it in half in a valley fold, just like that. Then we're going to fold each side down like this. That's going to make that M, and this is going to go in the middle of our biggest piece. So right here and right here. The best way to attach that is going to be with the extra sticky tape. You know, that is our red tape that has the protective layer around it that's red. So that's going to really hold this in place. It will allow it to open and close, but not to spread out and fall down. I hate it when our cards do that. Okay, so you've got the base there. Now let's look at the decorating. I think we need to back up. Thank you, Steve. Now we're going to take the red cardstock that's in that collection, and we're also going to take the pink one where somewhere I have lost it. Okay, well, take my word for it. There's a pink one in here, but we're going to take this set of die cuts. So this piece right here, all of them, mat it first on pink. Now there are 3 frames here, 3 pieces, but we're going to count it as one. And we're going to mat it first on the bright pink and then on the red. So that's going to work nicely. And that's going to be our big piece. So you can see that right there. And that silver shine around the edge, not just the foiling, but those borders, well, that's going to come out of this one sheet. This is our silver border dazzles. There are 31 dazzles on here, and that is what Heidi has used to decorate the edges, and it just does such a nice job. So she has foam taped that toward the bottom. Of course, it's not attached at the top. It works perfectly. The red ribbon collection is what she has used to make a bow and just zot that in place. For her second layer, well, she's done something clever. You see how that is see-through? Well, it's our old friend, the Snowfall acetate. Look at that. I love this. It's just so much fun. So she has taken that and attached, or just used the extra sticky tape to attach the middle. Okay, so here's the second frame, just the outside of it to that Snowfall acetate. So she glued it down with the tape and then just trimmed the acetate to fit exactly. And then she took one of the other die cuts, this happens to be the Merry Christmas, and also put it on with the extra sticky tape, did another bow, zotted it on, and then she placed it on the middle riser. The bottom riser, it's already decorated because she used the adorable scoreable. So for that, she used another one of the die cuts. Now this particular one says, enjoy your first Christmas in your new home. If that's not appropriate, how about may the Christmas season fill your home with joy and laughter? Well, that should probably work for almost everyone. Or there's also this, to a lovely family. So you can really make this work for many different seasons. Again, a third bow, you can see how they just all stair step. And she has used those border dazzles around this one also. So just a very fun and festive look. And this is out of the Christmas Sparkle collection. And we will set this aside and move on because there is oh so much more. And we'll go here. And this is out of the Winter Wishes. And she's also used, well, let me open it up for you so you can see. This is a big card. Yes, you can see. And she has used, again, the adorable scoreable out of the kit to become her base. Now this time, she's used the whole piece just as it is. So she has taken it, turned it over, and she has scored 1.5 inches from each side. So there and there on each side, brought them in, and that creates her gatefold. You can see how that is. Very nice. Now that becomes your card base going into your covering for the front of it, she's added something different this time. It's still from Hunkydory. And if you've not seen these are the diamond sparkle papers. They do not rub off. There are 10 sheets per color, so 10 silver, 10 gold. There's blue, there's red, there's pink, there's everything. And she has used these to mat her pieces. So she has taken this one right here, and she's taken the outside frame and glued it to the diamond sparkles, and then trimmed, leaving a narrow 1/8" border. And then she didn't use the middle frame, but she used the inside piece right here. And then this gets glued just to the top gate. So you see, normally our gate folds open like this. Well, it's really fun that Heidi has made it horizontal. I think Teresa did this a couple of weeks ago. So very fun to see. I love the peeking in of the gold, especially as it kind of highlights some of the birds and some of the leaves that are in here. Now Heidi does this special thing sometimes with the die cuts where she kind of bows them. So she's taken this, wishing you a very Merry Christmas, and just kind of curved it between her fingers. And then she only attached it down at each edge. Again, that extra sticky tape is going to work perfectly. Now for this one, she has matted it on the silver. So she's played with silver and gold, and that is the middle 2 frames of this one right here. Both of those have been matted on the gold. And again, it's just been attached at the front. Then she foam taped a Warmest Wishes right there, added a green bow from our green ribbon set. But then she's done something else, and I hope you know about this. And I think you can see it. And Steve, can we just get in a little bit closer? You see those sparkles that you're seeing? Well, that's from diamond dust. And what Heidi did is to go into the areas where she just felt that snow might have fallen. So you can see right under the boot, right on the little bird, in the berries, over here on the berries. And she put some of the specialist glue, just squeezed it on, and then she spread the diamond dust. The diamond dust is such a treasure, and we have it in this size, but boy, for the Christmas season, you may want the Hunkydory, not it's not made by Hunkydory, but this huge one, so that can work also. But all you'll do is just sprinkle it on, tap it down. This is glass, but it's not going to cut you, so you don't have to worry about that. So put the glue on, just squeeze it or rub it with your finger, whatever you like, or a paintbrush. Sprinkle this on, then tap it off. Pour the rest back into the bottle, just like you would do embossing powder, and look at the look you're going to get. It is just gorgeous. Perfect. Perfect for getting into the winter season. Diamond dust is the name. You'll want to remember that if it's new to you. And on the inside, well, this is her first one using an insert. Just like I said, the insert is a ghosted back image, and you can see that she's placed it right there. And I love the fact that she took that middle frame, the one that was right here, and let that kind of highlight the area that she wants you to draw your attention. I think that's a great look, not only in card making, but you can do it with photographs too. So you don't frame the whole object, you just frame the area you want to take a peek at. She's taken 2 more of the die cuts from that same piece. She's given that robin a little knotted bow to rest on, and everything is coordinated and everything is all done. This, as I said, is from the Winter Wishes card topper package. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next one. And as I said before, there are Santas in each one, but this time Heidi just elected to play with some of the other imagery. Now, we have a shaker card. You know what? That diamond dust would be really pretty inside there too, wouldn't it? Okay, just a thought. Let me stay focused now. So in this case, Heidi has once again use the adorable scorable to make her card base. So we're going to take this and we're going to cut it to be 11 5/8, which is about as big as it is, by 5 3/4. Score it in the middle, and then what we're going to have is our card base. It's like this. That's a little post-it that she's given me. So that's going to be your card. It's almost a square card, not quite. So that's going to give us our shine and our sparkle at the bottom. Then she has taken the cutouts, and you can see, of course, she's using this one. Now, it's so easy to make her shaker card with this because she's just going to pop this out, and she's going to take this frame, use her extra sticky tape, and attach it to the Snowfall acetate. Yes, it's just going to get attached to it, and that's going to become the top part of our shaker card. The center of the shaker card is going to be this die cut right here. So just glue that flat onto your card base, and then we're going to take this piece that's got the acetate and the frame. We're going to do 2 layers of foam tape. Now, our favorite is this humongous pad of this reel of foam tape. So it's the regular foam tape. It's, you know, what, about a 1/16 of an inch thick, 1/8 of an inch, something like that. We're going to do 2 layers of that all the way around our frame. Don't attach it yet because we want to slip in. She's used the button assortment by Hunkydory. This is the blue one, obviously. I'm suggesting you add some diamond dust, but it's up to you. And then she has added, so then you place that down, and that's all ready to go. Now, Heidi said she used about a tablespoon of the button, so just however many you want to. You just want to be careful not to make it too much because you want to make sure that you get that shaker effect, and that's why the double row of foam tape will give you that. And just adding that, zodding that bow on, and taking a couple other of the die cuts and adding them. The inside, well, the inside, she has taken one of the inserts and glued it in place, just like so. And then she's taken one of the other of the die cuts, glued it down flat, and added some of the another of the die cuts right here, zodded a bow right there, and you are good to go. At Christmas especially, you want to make wonderful cards, but you may not want to take hours and hours with each one, so this is a great way to go. Now, our final card is from the last group, and that is Festive Memories. And let me show you that one. It too is a gatefold card, but we're going to go back to our blank cards, and ours here at Paper Wishes are 5 by 6.5. We just really like that larger size to give us more room for our creativity. You're going to lay it flat, and you're going to score halfway down each panel, then bring each side to the middle to meet in the middle. Now, you do want to cover this because you want to cover up that score line, and that's exactly what Heidi has done. This time, she has taken a piece of adorable scorable, and it's this one that matches this set of die cuts. This is called a Warm Welcome. I kind of was curious as to why she chose this, and I have to believe with that door there and having a gatefold card, it just kind of coordinates quite perfectly. So Heidi has used this one. Now, she didn't use the wreath over here, but she did use the gold area. So that darker area is toward the outside of her card on each of the panels. And she decorated them with some of our thin line dazzles. Now, this has black, white, gold, and silver in it. There are 250 thin line dazzles. Now, if you're not sure how much those really do, after all, being thin lines, just look at this. And Steve, can we get in a bit tighter? And I really like what Heidi did in the corners, where she just kept them on the adorable squirrel, but you see how they overlap? And I think that is just a really nice touch. So as you can see, they duplicate the gold that you're seeing in the foiling, but they just add an extra something, and I think it does a nice job. Now, so she's got her gatefold, and she's got her gates decorated. Thanks, Steve. Then she's taken this one, and you can see it right there. And it has the little geese in the front. It's got a topiary. It's got snow all over. And she has taken that whole piece, even though that's two pieces, and she's treated it as one piece, and she matted it on white cardstock. And that is also one of the colors, I believe, in the 50 pack that I showed you. Then she wrapped ribbon and glued it over one corner and dotted a bow at the other corner. And then, of course, just glued it to the left gate. The other thing she did is to do the Christmas wishes right over the doorway. I think that's really nice. The flat back pearls, it's been a while since we've used those. They come in a huge collection. I think there's about 1,000 of them in a package. And so she's added them in the corners just to do some little decorating. On the inside, well, the inside, she is using the coordinating insert sheet. So this looks like the sheet that we used to cover up the gates, but we're not using the wreath either. So she's just glued and measured that part right here. And there's one of the cutouts there with a pearl on it. And again, from our home to yours with 2 pearls, and a knotted ribbon has been knotted. So this is out of the Festive Memories. All of these. So to recap, you have 4 of them. Christmas Sparkle and the inserts. You've got Winter Wishes and the inserts. You have Santa and Friends and the inserts. And you have Festive Memories and the inserts. Now, if you get all of those, you're going to get the magazine for free. That's our money saver over there, over on the right side of our screen. I hope that this gets you going for Christmas, and we'll be having more things from our friends at Hunkydory and from other companies too. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, please head over to paperwishes.com. The reason is that there are so many things we have to share with you. We have all the instructions that are down below in the gallery. We have that money saver, which is going to be really nice to have. We also, if you want to sign up for our emails, we'll tell you every week what's brand new. We'll have sales every single day, and we have 3 or 4 more videos a week to share with you too. So it might be worth your effort to come on over. Thank you so much for joining us. We love having you. Most of all, we love having you in the Paper Wishes family. Thank you, Heidi. Good job.